Spring has sprung, and it's time to talk about the best fragrances for this season. Hi everyone, I'm Jamal from Scented Moments channel, where I help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. So in this video, I have here 12 amazing spring fragrances for this year, 6 designers and 6 niche fragrances. I'll be ranking these fragrances. And so let's start off first with the designer fragrances. Now, coming in the number 6 spot, this is from the house of Cartier, and it is Cartier Déclaration d'un Soir. So Déclaration d'un Soir is an amazing flanker. I absolutely love this one. So the original Déclaration was created by Jean-Claude Ellena, heavily inspired by Eau d'Hermès by Hermès, created in the late 50s. And Déclaration d'un Soir was released, and Déclaration was released in the 90s. Déclaration d'un Soir was released in 2012, created by Mathilde Laurent. And so the difference between Déclaration d'un Soir and Déclaration, the original, is the rose. This has an amazing, fresh, soapy red rose in here that really elevates this perfume to perfect elegance and sophistication. And maintaining the DNA of the original Déclaration, the cardamom with the cumin in here, also musky. It's so good. Perfect for the spring season. Great performance, at least on my skin. Cartier Déclaration d'un Soir in the number 6 spot. Now, coming in the number 5th spot, this is from house of Hermès. Of course, I need to feature an Hermès perfume, and this one is a brilliant iris, and it is called Hiris by Hermès. This was released in 1999. The perfumeur behind this perfume is Olivier Jacobetti, and this is a fantastic, effortless, elegant, vegetal iris. Vegetal because you have the carrots in here, and you have this soft, powdery iris, more focus on the floral side, on the delicate side, rather than the earthy, buttery side of the iris. This is a soft, elegant vegetal iris, a bit musky, woodsy. It's so good. A bit soapy as well, definitely. Sparkly. It's a brilliant iris perfume. Absolutely love this one. This is just number 5th spot just because of the performance, to be honest. If not, it would be higher in the list. But the performance isn't great, unfortunately. But while it lasts, it's pure magic. Yeah, I love iris. One of my all-time favorite floral notes. And you will see more iris fragrances featured in this list. And so, talking about iris, coming to number 4 spot, this is from house of Loewe, 001 Man Eau de Parfum. Now, I already talked about this fragrance in my last video, and in general, I've been talking about this fragrance. I always talk about this fragrance in the warm weather. It's very underrated. Absolutely love this one. So this is like the iris in here. It's very much similar to the Hiris of Hermès. So you also have the carrots in here. This is definitely more on the powdery floral side of the iris rather than the butteriness. But this has, I think this is a bit more masculine, whilst the Hiris is unisex, of course, but leaning more feminine because it's more powdery, more soft, and this one has a more creamy musk with woods, more heavy on the wood side. And so that's why for me, I tend to consider this unisex, leaning more masculine, and the performance actually it's better than the Hiris. Nonetheless, these two are amazing, to be honest. It really depends on your mood. If you want a more bodied, full-bodied, more intense, a bit more masculine iris fragrance, go with Loewe 001 Man Eau de Parfum. If you want more soft, powdery, more fresh type of perfume, go with Hiris from Hermès. So it really depends on your taste and your mood. But yes, this one has a bit better performance than Hiris. That's why it's a bit higher. And I love this one. Effortless, very elegant, very versatile. You can wear this really everywhere, whenever you want, when you feel like, so in all type of occasions, and you will be smelling amazing, and no one, and this is the best part of it, no one will smell like you. It's Loewe 001 Man Eau de Parfum. Now coming in number 3 spot, this is from the house of Tom Ford, Beau de Jour. Of course, Beau de Jour needed to be featured here. It's a spring staple in my opinion. Also could be worn all year round, and I talked about this on my previous video. And so this is not strictly meant for spring. Again, actually all of these fragrances you can wear all year round, let's be real. But for entertainment purposes, of course, we always like to record our seasonal list, but in the end you can really wear any type of fragrance whenever you want, whatever you like. So this is really just for entertainment purposes only. But again, I'm digressing here. So talking about Tom Ford Beau de Jour, this is a fantastic fougere, a more classic type of fougere, but a high quality one. The lavender here, it's one of the best lavender fragrance, lavender notes that I smelled, especially coming from a designer brand. This is very similar. The lavender in here kind of reminds me of the lavender used in Frederic Malle's music for a while, which I absolutely love, but it's quite different, although it has also a big dose of lavender with pineapple, incredibly unique. This one is a more classic take, so you have this amazing lavender with patchouli and also a bit mossy, a bit vetiver, I would say, as well in here. Definitely woodsy, but in the end this is a brilliant, elegant fougere fragrance with great performance. So I definitely would urge you to check this one out if you have yet to. In the number 3 spot, Beau de Jour by Tom Ford. Now coming in number 2 spot, this is from the house of Lalique, and this one is L'Insoumis. Very unique bottle, but kind of reminds me of Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo, but I don't know if that fragrance is still available. It was huge back in the day in 2016, but yes, L'Insoumis. And just briefly talk about Lalique. Lalique is the best bang for your buck type of brand. High quality perfumes at a bargain price in the online discounters. Seriously, can't go wrong with Lalique. And this one is one of my favorite fragrances from Lalique for the spring and summertime. This is a modern fougere fragrance, and this kind of reminds me of Creed's Viking, actually. This has rum, it has lavender, pepper, clary sage, it has patchouli, moss, and it has like a saltiness in here. And I absolutely love this perfume. A high quality, unique fougere fragrance that for me reminds me of Viking. Now, still different from Viking, but it has like this saltiness, it has the fougere qualities that also Viking has. So for some reason, for me, this kind of reminds me of Creed's Viking. And this was released a year earlier than Creed's Viking. But this is a great perfume. Again, I can't stress that enough. Great performance, very elegant, modern, trendy, and I absolutely love it. Great perfume here. Check this one out if you have yet to. It's L'Insoumis by Lalique. Now my number 1 designer fragrance for spring. It's expensive because it's an exclusive, but I love it. I absolutely love this fragrance. It was love at first sniff, and it was thanks to Eugene from You Smells Good that I purchased this one, and this one is none other than Bel Respiro. It's so good. And this is the eau de parfum, not the eau de toilette. Bel Respiro is perfection. It's green, incredibly green. One of my favorite green fragrances. It's green, it's soapy, it's fresh, it's leathery, and it's long lasting. The performance is really good, actually. It's so effortless. Very soapy in the opening, and even from the spray, like you can smell the soapiness in here. Soapy, like foamy, green, very green and herbal, like grassy and a bit leathery. It's so good, and this screams springtime. It's really a happy perfume. Absolutely love it. Bel Respiro by Chanel. It's my number 1 designer fragrance. for the springtime of this year. But again, it's pricey. It's over 400 euros for 200 ml this nowadays. Go with, I mean, of course, it's completely understandable. If you don't want to spend the big bucks on Bel Respiro, go with Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum. And it's cheaper, way cheaper, and it's a masterpiece. So go with that one, with Chanel number 19 Eau de Parfum, which I actually have, but I have it back in Lisbon. But now let's talk about the niche fragrances, that my top 6 niche perfumes also ranked. So coming in number 6 spot, this is from the house of Andy Tower, and it is Nexin. And Nexin could be way higher in this list if it would not be like a limited edition type of perfume, and I think it's now completely sold out. And very hard to get, so that's why it's just number 6. But in the end, this is this is the best release from Tower in the last couple of years, in my opinion. And actually, I featured this video has one of the best releases of last year. So Nexin by Andy Tower. First of all, I love the bottle color here, and it kind of gives that impression. It's very bright, very soapy in the opening, very luminous right in the opening, because you have lemon blossom, orange blossom, bergamot. So it's very citrusy, very zesty, very floral and soapy. But then you have you have a big dose of vetiver in here, like a very earthy, grassy vetiver, a natural smelling vetiver, in my opinion. It's fantastic. And the vetiver, then it's kind of the heart of this perfume. And then you have patchouli, you have moss, accord, you have also rose in here. So it's quite complex. In the end, it's like a soapy floral perfume with a heavy dose of this earthy, grassy vetiver with musk, with rose. It's amazing. I absolutely love this one. Great performance. It's Andy Tower's Nexin in number 6 spot. Coming in at number 5 spot, this is from the house of Naomi Gosser, one of my favorite iris fragrances at the moment. This is Iris Cendré, and this could be higher on this list, but the competition is very, very strong. But Iris Cendré, still number 5 spot, still featured on this list. One of my favorite iris perfumes. This is a 3-dimensional natural smelling iris, very earthy, very butchery, with violet and with tangerine in the opening. You have this amazing tangerine, borderline candy-like tangerine, with this beautiful, very buttery, very earthy iris with violet. And then you have tobacco and an amber facet in the base. Amazing perfume, quite complex and a bit lipsticky. It's a bit lipsticky, definitely a bit lipsticky. Oh, it's so good, man. It's really fantastic iris, very natural smelling, one of the best iris in the market, to be honest. Check this one out. Eau de Parfum concentration, Naomi Gosser. It's so underrated, and actually it's a brand that doesn't pop fragrances, I mean, all years and to the left and to the right. This is a type of brand that really thinks about their releases, and they just release from time to time. So I really appreciate that, and because it just shows that the brand really cares about the quality and the uniqueness of their perfumes, and Iris Cendré is no exception. Iris Cendré by Naomi Gosser. Check this one out. Beautiful iris, and already is the 3rd iris fragrance that I'm mentioning in this list. Now coming to number 4 spot, this is from the house of Les Indemodables, and this one is Rose de Jamal. This is the best rose fragrance, in my opinion, nowadays. And Les Indemodables is one of the best, if not the best, niche fragrance in the market currently. Rose de Jamal is the most natural smelling red rose that I smelled, with mint. Although I think they do not feature mint as an official accord, but I really detect like a fresh mintiness with this beautiful, realistic red rose note in here. Beautiful. It's so good. Also a bit musky. This kind of reminds me a bit of Lyric Man by Amouage, and Lyric Man actually is the reason why I love rose fragrances. Rose is one of my favorite. It's on par of Iris, my favorite rose note in perfumes. Floral note in perfumes. Apologies about that. But Rose Jamal, for me, it's currently my favorites. It's, in my opinion, the best rose fragrance. A bit slightly superior to Amouage, and that says a lot already. But yes, this is a fresh, minty, for me, very minty red rose that works wonderfully during the springtime. It's amazing. If you love rose, you have to check this one out. Rose Jamal by Les Indemodables in the number 4 spot. Now coming in number 3 spot, now this is a newcomer to my collection, and it was a fantastic discovery at Essence from the house of Indult, and this one is Cuir 404. Now this one is a reformulation, it's a rebranding of Havent Can Wait by Indult. They reformulated this Havent Can Wait because of the oak moss, and so they really needed to tone down the oak moss in there. They amped up here the hay, but in the end this is still a brilliant fragrance. And actually I was in love with this one. I already liked Havent Can Wait, but I'm head over heels with Cuir 404, and this just shows that not all reformulations are bad. I think this will be released either later this month, March, or just in April. That's why it's also just number 3. If not, could be a bit higher in this list. This is in the end a fougere type of fragrance. Very spicy. You have the cardamom, you have the cloves, you have also lavender in here, of course, but this is called Cuir 404 because you also have leather in here, although the leather is hidden. So it's like their goal was like for you to find the leather, which it's hard to find. That's why hence the number 404, not found. Leather not found. It's there, but you really need to dig into the dry down to really detect the leather. But this is more about the spices, more about the lavender, lemon, and hay. Tons of hay in here actually, which is quite unique and gives a nice twist to this perfume. And I can detect, at least on my skin, the leather is present, but just in the dry down. Absolutely love this one. Never smelled anything like this before. High quality perfume, long lasting actually. I mean, the projection is not great, but the longevity is actually quite nice. And this screams spring. Very elegant perfume. Cuir 404 by Indult. Coming in number 2 spot, the best fragrance release, or one of the best fragrance releases of last year from the house of Frederic Malle, Havent Can Wait. This is already my top 5 Frederic Malle perfume. Havent Can Wait, created by Jean-Claude Ellena. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is so, it's very complex, and this for me is a perfect mix of Hermès Eau d'Hermès, Guerlain Mitsuko, and the green quality of Frederic Malle fragrances. So he has these three facets, creating a masterpiece of a perfume. You have cloves. I think you have also a bit of cumin in here, peppery, and then you have oak moss. You have the plum, the peach in here, the vanilla, and the green qualities that are typical in many Frederic Malle perfumes. Absolutely glorious. This for me screams spring and also fall because of the spices, the vanilla. It's a perfect in-between seasons type of fragrance, but in the end you can wear this all year round, to be honest. It's really that good, that versatile. May not be for everyone because it has a classic feeling to it, but I really would advise you to check this one. It's a masterpiece in my opinion from Frederic Malle. I'm very happy that they really released such a perfume, and that's why it's my number 2. It's not number 1 because my number 1 it's more unique and it's equally good. But nonetheless, Havent Can Wait, well-deserved number 2 spot. Now coming to number 1, my number 1 niche fragrance for the spring of 2024 was one of my favorite discoveries of last year, at Essence of last year, from the house of Rubini Odenaturae. So underrated. Rubini is so underrated, but if you ask me, I think he will get more and more attention as in the next couple of years, because he's releasing amazing quality perfumes and very unique, and Odenaturae is one of them. So this was released last year, and I also consider this to be one of the best releases of last year. I have a video talking about it. So Odenaturae has the best chamomile accord that I ever smelled. So natural, so unique. It's even crazy. The chamomile flower in here, it's really amazing. Then you have green notes. You have a bit of galbanum, I would say. I think galbanum is not mentioned, but definitely you have some galbanum in here. Very floral, bit soft, spicy, woodsy. Really, it's fantastic. It's literally, you are in the open field, like a green field of several flowers, grass, forest behind you. It's really the perfect image of spring. I smell this fragrance and I can see the bees flying around. It's that good. Sunny. It's a perfect sunny spring day. Oh man, it's really beautiful. Natural smelling perfume, and currently it's one of my all-time favorite green fragrances. Really amazing. Again, the chamomile here, I think it's the most prominent note. The chamomile with this galbanum, with a bit of rose in here, basil, also tons of basil, clary sage, laurel, and immortelle. Amazing. So damn good. Yeah. This is brilliant. Rubini Odenaturae. It's, again, I can't stress enough how good it is, and that's why it's my number 1 spring fragrance in the niche side of things. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your favorite spring fragrances for this year. Let me know some maybe hidden gems that I should try for the springtime. See you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.